friends, this is Satish Nikam from Instrumentation and Control Engineering Department of KBT College of Engineering, Nasik. Today we are going to start the new subject 8051 microcontroller. This total subject we are going to divide into 4 parts. In the first part of this subject, we are going to see the introduction of microcontroller, in which we are going to study the architecture of 8051 microcontroller, block diagram, pinout diagram, memory organization of 8051 microcontroller, instruction set, and basic programming in assembly as well as C language. In second topic, we are going to see the port structure of 8051 microcontroller. Also, timers and counters is the second part that we are going to study in the second section, in which the timers can be used to generate a different delays and the counters can be used to count the different events which is get occurred. Also, interrupts of 8051 microcontroller that we are going to study. In the third section, we are going to see how the 8051 microcontroller can communicate with another devices with a serial communication. And in the second section of the third part, we are going to see how we can interface the LEDs, 7-segment displays, LCDs, stepper motors, ADC and DAC with 8051 microcontroller. That is the second topic which we are going to see in the third section. And in the fourth section, which is the last section, in which we are going to see some real world examples, how we can rotate the motor, how we can control the stepper motor, how we can interface the different sensors to the 8051 microcontroller, and also how microcontroller can control the different output peripherals like my stepper motors and motors. We will discuss the project based learning in the fourth section. Today we are going to start the first section, that is introduction to microcontroller. Why we use microcontroller? This is a very important question, because if we don't know why we are going to study this subject, it is only the theoretical part. In your mind, there must be a very important thing which should be there, why we are going to study this subject. Actually, microcontrollers are used for the automation purpose. Now, the next question is there, what is meant by automation? You can pause here the video and think about this question. What is automation? It is very simple. There are different definitions, but in short we can say we replace the human efforts by using machine. We can take a different example, domestic examples. In our house, we can use a washing machine. Just we put the clothes inside a washing machine. The washing machine will take the quantity of detergent it is required, the quantity of water it is required, and all the process of washing it is get carried by that washing machine, and we will get the clean clothes at the end. Oven is also one example for the domestic purpose. Same way, in industrial environment, we are using the automation for the maintaining the temperature of the different processes, to control the flow through a pipeline, to control the level of a tank, to control the pressure in a particular tank. These are the, we can see the number of examples, automation examples in the industry. The next thing is how automation works. This is the next question. As we human beings have prepared the automation, automation works in the same way as we human being works. We take a simple example that we have to cross a road. So how we'll cross the road? You can pause here the video and think about the process how we cross the road. It is very simple. By using our eyes, we see to the right hand side and we will gather the information whether the car, bike is coming or not. And that information it is gets sent to a very important blocks in our body. That is, the first block is memory block. Whatever may be the information we gather or we collect by using our eyes, it is get stored on the memory block. Now this memory block is also get divided into two parts, that is temporary memory and permanent memory. So that information it is get stored on the memory block. This information is also given to one important block in our body, and that is the brain. The brain is having a very important capability to process the data. Process means what? Either it is going to perform the arithmetic operation or the logical operations on two different data. Now the present information and the previous information which we are having in our memory block, it is get collected by the brain and it will process that data. For the helping of that, there is a very important block in our body, and that is timer. The brain, with the help of this timer, brain will process the present data and the previous data, and it will take some decision, and that decision it is get stored on the memory block, and that decision is also given to one of the important block in our body, and that is my legs. According to the decision, whether we have to cross the road or not, the legs will take action. This is a simple way how we cross the road. Now, we are having different sensory organs like eyes, ears, tongue, nose and skin. Same way, we are having different body parts which will take the action on the environment, like my legs and hands and so on. Means if we see this complete block diagram, a very common process is there. We will collect the information from the environment, and that we can say, in short we can say, we'll get the input from the environment, and that information it is get stored on the memory block and it is get processed, and after the processing of that data we will get some output, and according to that output we have to work. This is the simple way how we human being works. In short, we can say we gather the information from environment by sensory organs, we store that information and we process that information to get some result, and according to the result we act on the surrounding. Means in short we can say automation or machines can work in the same way as we human being works. Now if we take a simple example of this one machine which we are very familiar, and this is a block diagram of a computer. In this block diagram, if we analyze what are the different components, first thing, there are input devices like my mouse, keyboard. There are some memory blocks like my hard disk, my RAM, on which I can store the information, either the temporary or permanently. Again, one important block is there, that is central processing unit, which is going to perform the arithmetic and logical operation on the data. And there are output devices like my display, printer, and all these things are connected with each other by using the network. So we can say, as we human beings have prepared the machines and we human beings work in the same way. This is all about in the today's lecture. In next lecture, we are going to discuss about the microprocessors and microcontrollers and what is the difference between microcontroller and microprocessor. Thank you.